What is going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. We got game day preview. Game number 3, the 76ers are hosting the New York Knicks. The Knicks are up 2-0 on the 76ers. We go down the turnpike and try to get this up to 3-0. The New York Knicks are here, baby. Shout out to everybody tuning into the chat right now. Knicks Nation, shout out. Okay, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys tuning into another edition of the Knicks Media Live Preview Show. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. It's April 25th. It's draft day in the NFL. It's game 3 of the New York Knicks playoffs. We have Josh Hart as the MVP of the series so far. We're still waiting for Jalen Brunson to get back to his usual dominance, and the Knicks are looking to steal a game in Philadelphia, okay, and go up 3-0 on the series. The Knicks are in the driver's seat of the series. When you are a home team and you can win the first 2 games at home in a series, you are in control of the series. And now it's up to the New York Knicks to continue to stamp their feeling on this series, because if you can go up 3-0, that is the kiss of death. We've never seen a team come back from 3-0 before, and the New York Knicks are going to look to do just that in tonight's matchup. It will not be easy. These 76ers have played this Knicks team tough all series long. Jalen Brunson has been not been able to get to his spots. He's been really struggling, to be honest. But luckily, we have Josh Hart playing his best basketball of his life. We have Deuce McBride coming in off the bench. We have Dante getting clutch shots. We have a lot of fun things to talk about, but it's really up to the New York Knicks to stay true to their identity, stay true to who they know that they are and who they can be, and get another win in this game. Knicks Nation will be representing big time in Philadelphia. I know that. It's not going to sound like a home game, but I'll tell you this. If the Knicks win, and after the game, I guarantee you that you're going to hear "Let's Go Knicks" chant. I mean, you're going to hear MVP chants from Brunson at the line. You're going to hear Knicks chants at that arena, because Knicks fans, they represent 110%, and I'm excited to see that in tonight's game. So, folks, don't forget, hit that like button on your way into the show. We're live here on Knicks Media, previewing the Knicks versus the 76ers game number 3 series. I'm super pumped up about this one, man. I think that the Knicks actually have a chance to do something special. Now, listen, I know it's Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. We want to win tonight and then win on Sunday. But the way I look at it is you got to win one of the next 2, minimum. Because if that's the case, if the Knicks are able to win one of the next 2 games, you can end it off back at the Garden in Game 5. But if you lose the next 2 games and the series is back to 2-2, then we're really in a pickle, because then the Knicks got to make sure they win the game at home and then force Game 6. Woo! But I'm not expecting that, man. I'm definitely not expecting that. So, Knicks Nation, sound off in the chat right now. Hit that like button for your boy and let me know what you feel about these Knicks and how you're feeling about heading into game number 3. I'm super amped up. We got James in the chat. Let's go. Game time. What up, gang? Yes, sir. Let's go, Knicks. Make this 3-0. Yes, sir. Kyle says, imagine if we had Julius Randle. I want to give him a big kiss and hope he is recovering well. Kyle, you and me both, man. Missing Julius Randle. If we had him, it'd be game over. You know that. Jake's in the chat. Let's go, Knicks. Just like the last game, too. Let's go in 4. You know the vibes, baby. Why not us? Why not the Knicks in 4? We saw the Boston Celtics lose at home to Miami last night. The Celtics have been elite at home. The Miami Heat just stole home court back in that Celtics series. That's huge in the East. Now, I don't think that's a guarantee that the Celtics are going to lose the series, but boy, when a number 1 and number 8 series, can the Miami Heat do back-to-back years, be the 8th seed, and move on? Because if that's the case, bro, wow. Now, there's still a long way to go in that series, for sure. But that game last night in the NBA was big. And now that the New York Knicks are on the road, we got a big test. Big test. Because Tyrese Maxey has been elite for the 76ers. Josh Hart has been able to really step up and be a big-time addition in terms of clutch abilities at the three-point line. Dante DiVincenzo hitting clutch shots. Bojan Bogdanovic hitting clutch shots. And the Knicks got to make their adjustments, man. And the adjustment starts with Jalen Brunson. Because we can only go as far as Jalen Brunson takes us. And I'm telling you guys that right now. Now, the good news is we can win despite Brunson being at his best. But that's not sustainable. That's my point here. I don't think we can rely on Jalen Brunson and everybody around Jalen Brunson to ball out to elevate the games, right? We want Dante to get hot. We need, more importantly than not, Jalen Brunson to get going and get a 30, 35-point game, because that's how this Knicks team has won all their games to end off the season. The Knicks are low-key on a 7-game winning streak if you include the regular season and the postseason combined. They finish off the regular season on a 5-game win streak. Now they got a 2-game win streak in the playoffs, so they're hot. And the cool thing about it is we have yet to see our superstar, Jalen Brunson, wake up. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, man. Hit that like button on your way into the show, guys. We got Knicks Sixers tipping off tonight at 7:30. Let's go. How do you think we're going to face next? Your thoughts? Tonight, I think the Knicks are it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy. I think tonight's gonna be the hardest game to win because the Sixers are hungry. They have been playing good enough to win, but they just have not been able to win. Joel Embiid has been able to show that he can play through that knee injury. Tyrese Maxey is a damn star for them, a stud. But I think if you're the 76ers fans, you're probably asking for the role players to wake up. You're asking for Kelly Oubre to get cooking. You're asking for Tobias Harris, Nicholas Batum. Those guys would definitely be able to help out the 76ers team. But luckily for the Knicks, we've been able to lock down those guys, but we have not been able to lock down Embiid and Maxey. Mitchie out tonight. Now, he's questionable, but I don't think he's going to be out. I think the questionable probably means they're limiting him in practice and they're just being safe. It's just ankle maintenance, I'm pretty sure, unless he's ruled out. Did I miss something? I saw that he was questionable, but I don't think he's ruled out. So if I had to guess, Mitch is going to play tonight. If I had to guess, Mitch is going to play tonight. James with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate that more than you know, bro. Watch Jalen go off tonight and do what he's done all year. This is the nail in the coffin. Knicks Nation, stand up. Let's effing go. My Jets, Adunze or Bowers. Sweet, baby. James, thank you so much for the kind super chat. Guys, hit the thumbs up on the super chat. There's a new feature on YouTube that you can hit a like on a super chat. So give James some dono hype in the chat right now by simply hitting the like button for him. Greatly, greatly appreciate that, James. Big time shout out to you. Big time shout out to you. Knicks Nation, stand up. Big game tonight, folks. This is where the Knicks can kind of put the nail in the coffin on the series if they wanted to. They could put the nail in the series if they wanted to. Will they do that? We shall see. We shall see, baby. They have a chance here. Because if you can go up 3-0, it's a wrap. And right now, the series is no wrap. I don't want Knicks fans to celebrate this series like we won it, because we did not. Up 2-0 does not mean you won the series. It just means you are in the driver's seat. Okay? And I think these Knicks understand that being in the driver's seat is obviously beneficial, but job's not finished. So long way to go. We somehow, some way were able to win that game in game 2. I mean, you saw that sequence on the screen. I'm still at a loss for words how that even happened in the first place, but it happened. It happened. Okay? And we got to make sure that we don't rely on some fluky stuff. The refs are going to call this game tight tonight. I can guarantee you that. They will be calling this game tight based off of what happened in the last matchup. Now, if you guys want to check out the odds presented by BetUS, very interesting odds. The Knicks are heavy, heavy underdogs in tonight's game. Heavy, heavy underdogs. The Knicks are +6 and are at +195 to win outright. Money line. I find that interesting. I find that extremely interesting. So, if you guys want to check out BetUS Sportsbook, click the link at the bottom of the chat, and you guys will get a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500. Courtesy of your boy here at Knicks Media. 24/7 customer service, a fast 24-hour payout, the #1 online sportsbook in the world, baby. You see their odds right here of you could predict the exact outcome on BetUS. If you have the Knicks to sweep, look at those odds. Look at those odds. I don't know if those are updated odds, though. Let me double check because this looks like odds from the other day. Because the Knicks have a chance here to do something special. Yeah, so the odds have definitely changed. These are the odds now that I just showed you in terms of if you want to predict the Knicks in how many games. So the Knicks to sweep, those odds before they won game 2. Now they got Knicks in 4 at plus 400. So if you think the Knicks can win tonight and Sunday, the odds are at plus 400. If you think the Knicks can win in 5, the odds are at plus 225. If you think the Knicks will win in 6, the odds are at plus 600. So definitely interesting stuff here on BetUS. If you guys want to take advantage of all the fun stuff they got cooking up on BetUS Sportsbook, definitely go open up your account, courtesy of your boy here. Please, please, please bet responsibly. Shout out to BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
Shout out to BetUS. And also a fun feature on their app, their website, is the prop building tool. And I'd love for you guys to help me figure out a good prop for tonight's matchups. Over under on points. They got Hartenstein at 7.5. Jalen Brunson's down at 28.5. He's hit the under on both of those first games. Josh Hart, 14.5 points at plus 102. I like that, man. Josh Hart has been getting that with ease. I'm taking the Josh Hart points, 110%. 3-point field goals that's made. Let's see. 3-point field goals. You got Dante at 3.5 threes. Josh Hart at 1.5. I'm double down on Josh Hart, bro. Josh Hart's getting 2 3-pointers. Josh Hart's getting 2 3-pointers. Come on now. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I might just make a Josh Hart parlay. I just might make a Josh Hart parlay, man. Hartenstein is at 2.5 assists. I'm taking that. He is a playmaker for this team. And then last but not least, points, rebounds, and assists. I'm going to take Jalen Brunson's over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think tonight's the game where Jalen Brunson gets cooking. Now you see the parlay odds right here. 4-legger. Josh Hart, over 14.5 points. Josh Hart, 2 total 3-pointers made. Isaiah Hartenstein, 3 total assists. And Jalen Brunson having more than 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. Okay, so those are at plus 725. If you put $10 on this, you'll return $82. If you put $50 on this, you'll return $412. So if you guys want to make your own parlay, definitely go check out BetUS. That's what I'm rocking with tonight. Richie, salute. We can't go off to a slow start. Facts. Definitely cannot get off to a slow start. That has been a big issue so far. What's going on, Richie? We got NFL draft going on. We also got the Knicks game going on and a baseball game too. Nelson, tonight is a Knicks. It's a New York fan's dream tonight. I mean, what more can you ask for? To have the NFL draft, the Knicks playoffs. We got like hockey playoffs. We got baseball. What more can you ask for, Nelson? Richie, would you, the Knicks, to get off to a better start? Yes, the Knicks got to get off to a better start, Corey. We cannot rely on these Knicks to just get off the slow starts and expect them to win every time. Back-to-back games where they started off slow, yes, but I don't know if that's sustainable. I cannot imagine the Knicks getting off to a slow start on the road and still winning. Like, if the Knicks go down 10 points in the first quarter, that's going to be an uphill battle in Philadelphia. When you're in Philly, it's different. You don't have the energy of the Garden crowd backing you up. You're in a hostile environment, which is why you got to get off to the fast start. You got to punch first, match the physicality, hit the shots, get some ball movement, and make some plays early and often. Because if you don't and you get into a hole early, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for these Knicks to come from behind, man. I'm telling you guys that right now. And I think Jalen Brunson is about to go out there and let the world know who he is, because he is disappointed in the playoffs, and he will tell you that himself. Jalen Brunson knows that he's disappointed, and he'll be the first one to admit it, which is why you got to love Jalen Brunson. He holds himself accountable. He holds him to a standard. He holds himself to a standard that is admirable. So we shall see, man. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited. I'm predicting. I don't know what to predict, bro. I think tonight's going to be hard. I also don't want Knicks fans to panic if we lose, because if we lose tonight, it's not the end of it's not the end all be all. Like, we got to realize and ground ourselves. Like, winning in 4 is going to be tough. Winning in 4 is going to be a tough, tall task. So please don't panic if we lose. I think the Knicks have to win this game or the next game to get this Knicks team back at the Garden to win the series in Game 5. That's the only thing I'm looking at. That's the only really thing I'm worried about. Obviously, let's win tonight, and then we'll move forward. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button right here on the channel. We appreciate each and every single one of you guys tuning into the show as always. My name is Richie here at Knicks Media. I love going live with you guys. We got 40 people live watching on YouTube. We got 49 people live on Twitter. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget, hit the like button for your boy. I appreciate you guys. I'm really excited. I'm waiting to see any update on Mitchell Robinson because he is questionable. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see any update. So I will give you guys an update if it does come out. We need Mitchell to lock Embiid because he is pissed. And, of course, he's going to try his hardest. Yeah, man, this got to stay out of foul trouble. 100%. They got to stay out of foul trouble. That's one thing I know that this Knicks team has done a good job. Philly is coming for blood. Get ready to punch back Knicks. Yep. Tell me about it, bro. This Sixers team is going to come out for blood tonight. And we got to be prepared, bro. I think that we will be. But, bro, it's going to be tough. Is Mitch even playing today? So he's questionable, but it seems like it's a maintenance thing. It doesn't seem like he's injured again. I mean, unless they decide to sit him for the game, but I'd be shocked. I do not expect Mitch to be out tonight. There's no update yet other than he's just questionable. No update other than he's just questionable. Right? Checking Nick's Twitter right now. I don't see any news. Yep, no news. So, we shall see, man. Who do you guys think the X factor for tonight's game is? I mean, I think it's the obvious. It's Jalen Brunson. Because if Jalen Brunson gets cooking, it's over. We're winning without him cooking, folks. If Josh Hart could stay the way that he's playing, and maybe OG's night is tonight, that's the beautiful thing about these Knicks, folks, is that any given night, it could be a different player to step up and be their game. It's been Josh Hart consistent. OG has yet to have the offensive breakout game in the playoffs for the Knicks, and he's due for it. He's due for it, man. OG can get cooking. OG can all of a sudden start knocking down shot after shot after shot, dunking on people. I know that's not his specialty, but it's a possibility, bro. It is a possibility. And I'm waiting for the Dante game. Don't forget, Dante DiVincenzo can get you 30 points. Is it me or is Bogey's defense getting better? It is, 100%. Richie, what are your thoughts about the Sixers fans unhappy about Villanova Knicks celebrating? Yeah, I mean, I saw that, Villanova basketball tweeted out something about Josh Hart, Dante, and Jalen Brunson. I think it's hilarious that they're so butthurt. I mean, bro, it's like a thing. It's like a known thing that we're the Nova Knicks. Obviously, Villanova is going to acknowledge that. No one cares that Villanova is in like a Philadelphia school. Come on now. We're known as the Nova Knicks. Dante is going to show today and drop his career high. Let's go, Leo. Big Wagyu. I think so, bro. I think that game-winning shot that he hit is going to spark something. It's going to spark something, bro. Nah, keep OG on his defensive assignments. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying take him off his defensive assignments, but I think OG can still get cooking on offense and not worry about his defense being lackluster. Like in the regular season, let's not forget the game that he played against Denver before he got hurt. He had 26 points and 6 steals. The guy is a two-way player. He's been great defensively. And I think that his offensive game, and what I mean offense, like just hitting your open shots. He hit a clutch shot for 3 in game 1. So I'm waiting for OG to kind of really wake up a little bit because we need some offensive help. I'm sorry. I love what Josh Hart's done, but I can't rely on that to continue every single game. Like, if it's not Jalen Brunson, right now it's Josh Hart. We need other players to step up. So, yeah, I'm going to have to look at OG Anunoby. I'm also going to have to look at a Bojan Bogdanovic off the bench who's been getting extremely comfortable with this Knicks team. Adante DiVincenzo, like, come on now. Hartenstein is another guy who has been such a big piece to this Knicks rotation, the starting 5. I mean, how cool is it that in game 1, Mitch finished with 30 minutes and finished off the game the fourth quarter. And then game 2, Hartenstein finished with exactly 30 minutes and finished off the game in game 2. Like, we have 2 starting caliber big men. And whichever one's in foul trouble or whichever one is just not playing their best game, you can have the other one in. It's a thing of beauty that we have the luxury of that. You know how rare that is? You know how hard it is? That's a thing of beauty. Let's go. Come on now, Knicks Nation, we got to get more hyped up right now. Hit that like button for your boy. We got over 60 people watching live. I'm pumped up. You should be pumped up too, Knicks Nation. Let's go. Game number 3. The Knicks are trying to advance to round 2 against one of the Pacers or the Milwaukee Bucks. That series is interesting because the Pacers winning game 2 has now flipped home court into Indiana's favor. And, you know, they're without Giannis, the Bucks. So there is a big chance that the Pacers can win that series. And then the Knicks, if they win this series, would be facing off against one of the Pacers or the Bucks. And then who knows what's going to happen across the league. I think the Cavs are going to beat the Magic, personally, in advance. I think that as much as I want this, I mean, the Heat beating the Celtics is interesting, but I don't see the Celtics losing in round 1. So I expect the Celtics to advance and face the Cavs in round 2. And I'm hopeful that it will be the Knicks in round 2, obviously, going up against one of the Bucks or the Pacers. That's an interesting series because will the Pacers be able to pull it off and take advantage of no Giannis? I think it's very possible. The Pacers have got the better of the Bucks all year. And that's just the East, bro. That's just the East. And we got a lot of interesting things in the West. The Nuggets up 2-0. Thunder up 2-0. Mavs and Clippers tied 1-1. Timberwolves up 2-0. So there's a lot of fun things going on across the NBA playoffs, man. And I'm just not taking for granted that the Knicks are a part of it, bro. Because I remember where we came from. I remember where this Knicks team came from. I'm not going to just, like, get comfortable and be like, yeah, this is fun. Nah, like, I remember watching the NBA playoffs thinking to myself, like, why can't the Knicks ever just be a part of the playoffs consistently? Right? I mean, let's not forget where we came from, Knicks fans. I will always remind us and not get too caught up in it. Because I will never forget, year in and year out, like in the last 10 years, I'm watching the NBA playoffs as a fan, like, wow, man, what would it feel like for the Knicks to be part of this and actually be competitive? We got a taste of it when we faced off against the Hawks in round 1. We lost. Then we missed the playoffs the year after that. And then we beat the Cavs in round 1 last year. And now here we are, ready to go on a deep playoff run. I thought for sure Bogdanovic was Fournier's turnstile part 2. Way to step up. My Croatian brother, salute you. Let's go. Are you going to check about your Jets draft? Yeah, Nelson, I'm going to be at MetLife Stadium tonight for the draft. So, yeah, I'm going to be at MetLife Stadium for the draft, live streaming from my phone. Hopefully I got service. I ain't even thinking West. I smell a trail of gold for the Knicks. We'll cross that bridge in the finals. See you soon, Denver or Minnesota or OKC. I'm just trying to manifest it, okay? Relax. Let's go, Knicks fans. Hit that like button right now. We got Knicks Sixers tipping off tonight at 7:30 p.m. EST in Philadelphia. The Knicks were a very good road team this year. They play well on the road, and I think that's going to translate into the playoffs. I think that's going to translate into the playoffs. I don't know about you guys, but I expect that to translate. Let's freaking go. Woo! Man, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun, man. If the Knicks lose tonight, I'm not crying. I'm not. Let's go. How do you find a balance this year on the draft and the playoffs? And do you always remember it overlapping? Because I was going to do a podcast, but the game is at the same time as the draft. Yeah, the overlapping is definitely tough, for sure, as a Jets and Knicks content creator. But I just have to balance it, man. I'm going to figure it out. You'll probably see me make a video on the Knicks game either like tonight, later tonight when I get home from MetLife, or from my phone. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. But if the Knicks have a, for example, crazy win and you're waiting for me to make a video or waiting for me to go live, just know that I'm at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey and I'm a little far away from home. So I'm going to try my best. So someone's asking about Mitchell Robinson's injury. He is questionable with the ankle that got surgery on. I think it's just precautionary. I think it's just like maintenance. I could be wrong. I don't think it's a re-injury or anything. I'm hopeful that it's just the Knicks are, playing it safe and holding him out of practice a little bit to make sure that he's okay. Do you think that the Knicks are a better team with Randall? Yes, I think that this debate, honestly, makes no sense to me. It's like, for the people that say the Knicks are better without Randall, do you forget what the Knicks team looked like when we traded for OG and Randall was healthy? We were steamrolling teams. We were like 12-2 or something like that with Randall, OG, and Jalen, and Hart, and Dante, and all the boys healthy. We are a better basketball team with Julius Randle. We just happen to be really good without him too. Because I feel like the success without Randle has blinded us thinking we don't need him, which is blasphemous. I mean, you guys see how much focus Jalen Brunson is getting defensively? If Julius Randle was on this court, that would not be happening. Because if they were doing that, then Julius would eat on one-on-ones. That's the advantage when you have two All-Stars. The Knicks don't have two All-Stars now because Randle's hurt. One All-Star with a bunch of role players that are playing at extremely high levels. So, do I think the Knicks are a better team with Randle? Yes, I do. And I'm willing to die on that hill. Let's get it. I'm not going to be at the draft tonight, but I will be at the draft party at MetLife Stadium. With Jew, he could take all the double teams, giving JB easy shots. Exactly. It would have opened up everything. We need Julius badly. We do, and we don't got him, which sucks. But hey, man, it's a sport you play. Injuries happen. You got to adjust. You can't complain. Which is why I hate when Sixers fans are like, you're lucky that Embiid's playing on an injured knee. I mean, bro, you're lucky that Julius Randle's out for the whole series. Are you kidding me? I don't want to hear one 76ers fan bring up an excuse about Embiid playing on one leg. No, I don't want to hear that. Both of your All-Stars are playing. One of our All-Stars is playing. Both the 76ers and the Knicks have two All-Stars. And unfortunately for the Knicks, one of ours is out. I don't want to hear any Sixers fan complain. Like, if Maxey or Embiid was out, it'd be a balanced series more than that. Then it would be balanced, but we're not balanced. I don't want to hear that nonsense because the Knicks are not soft. They play through the injuries. They fight through. They don't make excuses. They play for the name on the front of the jersey. New York. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to Knicks Nation. We're going to wrap up the show here. Wanted to go live for a preview Game 3 show for a half hour. Salute to Knicks Nation. I love you guys. Let's go Knicks. Bear with me tonight in terms of covering the game. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to make a video or go live because, again, I will be at MetLife Stadium covering the NFL draft. So we shall see what happens. But until then, folks, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. Woo! If you're going to represent Philadelphia tonight, you love to see it. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Let's get this dub and go up 3-0, baby. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go, Knicks. Peace.